Welcome back to Paul's Engage channel. Here we have the update to the layouts. As you can see, I've almost finished the houses along here, apart from some glue and glaze to go in and some paths. This has now been nearly finished. I need to finish painting the roads, mark out the road markings, and then we go across here and I need to put in level crossings once I've decided where the track's going to go. The cafe is looking a bit better. It's got its patrons chairs and some tables, parking space and grass. This grass was from a grass mat I brought off eBay. Just a small piece, 12 inches by 4 inches, which was great because it was only £2.50 rather than the £11-13 that you see in the shops. Just sort of put a couple of cars around, most probably won't go there. Dug out my controller, or one of my controllers, and I used that last night to test some trains. I shall do a bit more testing later on, and I shall show you what I did with the 3 locomotives I've got. Tidied this road up a bit. From the back scene here, once I can get the boards up, I can run some back screens and see how that goes. And going along here, haven't done anything along here yet, apart from I did mock up a couple of buildings, station buildings for the layout from the scale scenes version, and that's John Whiffin's buildings. The trouble I'm finding with Engage is that it is very fiddly. It's not too bad a representation, and it will have to come back this far, maybe a bit closer, but obviously I need platform now. And I just stuck a hut down the back there. Here there is a small signal box which will go there. The point isn't motored at the moment, although I've got plenty of motors. So this is going quite well. I did put some paving stones all the way along there for the safety of the workers, but that needs to be glued down because I haven't actually glued it all down yet. But then again, I'm not too sure whether that's the right idea to do at the moment, because this track may have to come up. At the moment, I have got 3 trains, 3 locomotives, 2 Class 8s and a Class 37. One of the Class 8s is not working very well. It must have seized up for some reason, but I brought it brand new and I didn't try it out. When I wanted to try it the other day, it made a noise, but it didn't actually do anything. I didn't go forward or backwards. So I think it may be the motor that's got a problem. So you shall have to take that apart, and that will be another video, I think, where I'll take the trains apart. I think that might be the next one. As you can see, we are doing not too bad. I have done another building, another house. This is with flagstones or stones on them, and as you can see, it's not too bad. It's on the scale scenes one as well. I decided to put paper card over the bricks, or under the bricks, I say, to make an idea of what's going on. It's not too bad. The interiors need to be done. I've got to do a roof and the floor, but it still needs tidying up a bit. It's still not quite good enough to go on the layout. It needs just really weathering. I need to decide on the roof, how to do the roof. I've got a couple of sets of roof tiles or different types of roof tiles I can use. The inside decoration, I must reprint off John Whiffins one, scale scenes, and put that in and make it look a bit more like a living place. I might leave that brick in finish on the inside, because a lot of old houses have brick walls on the inside which they use. I might just put a fireplace or some furniture, I don't know. I might even just paint it. The walls, I might just paint the walls, I'm not sure. I've got to think about that one, but it's coming on. Once I've worked out the roofing and everything else, it might be good to go. I've still got a couple of terraced houses, obviously, I could use, but they're a bit too... well, one of them wouldn't be too bad, actually. Could use that as the station master's house. But on this sort of layout, where it's only really a branch end, there isn't much need for a station master's house. I've seen some where they just have, a little cottage that the railway staff come from. But that I must really need to put another board on this end. See if I can find some. Next step on the layout will be to have a go at repairing this end of the layout where there is the bridge finishing on the church. The garden seems to have developed a rather big chasm. I think people might fall down now. So I might have to rip that off and do something different with that. I think the internal structures have gone. Down here, this is actually quite good. It's all weathered, so it just needs making sure that it looks as though it's been repaired and it's weathered well. The arches, although this archway was supposed to be a tunnel for to the station, but it's a bit low, very low in fact, and you could just about get a car through there, and it looks as though the roofing needs to be done, so I might just brick that up and do that maybe as a, I don't know, a business. This one has been bricked up the other end, as you can see, so I shall put something over there, and that's the same for all these. They must need to be done like that. This one's okay. It's come up quite well. Still needs to be done on the inside there, a bit more, I don't know, flock or bushes to go on now. A bit of weathering, this needs repairing. I think we'll just have some building workers repairing that, take the wall down, put a new one up, and I get to do the walls along here. One of these has come loose, so that just needs fixing. I obviously had the kit for this, in Engage from John Whiffin from Scale Scenes, but I seem to have lost it. It's on the computer somewhere. If I can't find it, I shall have to buy a new one, because I do like this kit. It's absolutely gorgeous. It went together quite well, and I do like the archways that Scale Scenes produce. As you can see, there's some bits that can be done and hidden, but it's down at this end that's going to be the most awkward, I think. I've got to somehow work out how to get that to come out, because this is not a roadway, this is just for people. I don't know. Anyway, we'll sort of have a look at that later on. Now then, so this one also needs to have backboards on so I can put some scenes and some half buildings, representation of buildings. Track's going to come along here, and then really need to have another couple of boards at the end of this one to do fiddle yard, and then maybe even allow for one track to one track to go round, and maybe make a roundy. But that will be later when got a bit more space and when I can find some boards. Because these are quite good, they're modular. If I can find them, I think I'll just have to buy as many as I want and then just put them together as I use them. Oh, a cup of coffee, there we go. As you can see, I've had a go at running this. This is N-Gage clips for the Bachmann EZ Command, but I had to fiddle with the track and adjust it so I could actually get the power on. Not very good connection obviously because this is temporary, but I must really end up taking off the spades and just wiring them onto the tracks. I need to make the other track live as well. This one I most probably will have to take up and relay some of it because some of the trackers subsided where it's been in the shed for a few years. It's got warped heat and that, and some of the joins are not very good. This one's not too bad, although there is just where's it gone? There we go. That one has warped a bit with the heat, so I shall have to relay from now. At the present minute, it's got connectivity. I did have to give the track a bit of a clean, and I couldn't find my track cleaner, so I used a good old sandstone from my polishing kit. This, not ideal, but it took off the rough oxide that's built up over a few years sitting in the shed. The siding is not live because obviously you've got to repower it and got to put the track cables. Sorry. The point isn't live, and this isn't live either because I need to wire it up correctly, put some power to it, and might have to redo the power from the other end to this end to make it better. That was the idea, to have the power connected here and on the same on the other side. That's why I've left that track there. Platform, got to find out where my platform kit is as well. Need to finish tidying up this and repaint the road again. I'll do some markings. This is really going to be, I think now, it needs to be just a dead end where you can park cars, station car park, etc. And then that goes off to the town, which still got to do and still got to build. So I get it now. Needs some water in now. I've got to find some water scenics, some gloss or something. I've been watching Luke Towan's videos on his channel and got some really good ideas for water. Not going to have any cascading waterfalls, but as a lake it's still feasible to make a nice representation there. And as you can see, that needs to be painted because it's gone dull over the years and it needs to be repainted, because you can see the mod rock plaster coming through. So dab of paint around there, a bit of liching and that, and we'll get some representation of bricks and stones. Well, some really big stones here, and I've still got a pack of them in the shed. And these I brought at a model rail exhibition about 12 years ago, and I've still got a whole bag, 2 bags full, and a container full of them, and I've got plenty of ballast for the track, and I did buy it in Engage. I did buy it in Engage when I was modelling in O because it was better representation. But some of the Engage now, I'll see if I can make it a bit finer and use it on the layout, because obviously it needs to be better. And the bridge, well, we've got this, where I'll put sort of, well, it is just sawdust, it was. That needs to be weathered a bit to look as though it's ballast, but as I say, I'm going to have to take the track up, I think, anyway. So once I've done that, I shall redo it all and do it properly, I think, 'cause that doesn't quite look convincing enough. I know a few bridges when I've been across them, the actual sleepers are, you know, sitting on just bridge on the girders type thing, but we'll need to sort how that goes. Don't really use trains very often now, so I can't see any representation of it, although I should just have to get some photos, I think. Anyway, that will look a bit better when I finish with it. As I say, taking that up is going to be a bit of a messy job, and it might involve destroying a few things, but we'll have to get those sorted out. And the jetty, I've got to make me jetty so that I can hide the bolt and put the water underneath it. I say, hopefully this is all waterproof, but I shall have to use some very good paper. I'll definitely have to do this one outside, I think. Anyway, that's all for now. I shall be back with a video to show you the trains, the locomotives, and how I've had to just repair them or service them. Say one of them's dead, 2 of them are okay, so we'll get back to that later. Thank you very much for watching. Tune in again soon, and please subscribe to the channel, and it makes it worthwhile knowing that people are actually watching it. Thank you, and goodbye.